Mercury is called the speech giver, the giver of speech. Now you say, why is speech so important? Well, Mercury comes after Mars, whereas Mars was that black and white nature of the mind that says yes, no, good, bad, right, wrong, friend, enemy. Mercury has no connection to that. Mercury is very flexible. He tries this, tries that, tries this, tries that. He's very curious, flexible, and playful. You say, what does that have to do with speech? Well, when someone is speaking, what they're doing is they're taking a lot of details and they're breaking them down and they're bringing them out into form. This is the nature of Mercury, is to take all these details and express them. Think about someone who you like to speak to. They're usually flexible and funny. You might say something that they don't agree with, but rather than fight with you about it, which would be the nature of Mars, to argue, they'll listen to what you say, and in fact they'll even kind of be able to see how that's kind of related to what they think, and you find it's very enjoyable. They might be funny, they might enjoy making jokes, they might tell you things that are very interesting because they've explored a lot of different things. This is the nature of Mercury. In the planetary descriptions, like speech with Mercury, speech is like the culmination of Mercury, just like strength was the culmination of Mars. Mercury shows, because in our speech you see the person's value and their values and what they've gathered and what they've learned and how much information they have and how flexible they are and how equipped they are to deal with these things that I'm describing. So Mercury comes after Mars because Mars is that very black and white nature of the mind. When something comes at Mars that's unexpected, the Mars person in you says, it's supposed to be this and it's this. Why? I want to change it and make it the way I think it should be. This is the Mars quality. Because on a very deep level, someone might try to hurt you, and you have to say, I'm supposed to be safe, I'm supposed to be protected, and I need to fight. So Mars is very simple in that way. I'm doing these things, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Mercury comes next and says, it could be any way. There's no black and white. And Mercury comes next and says, but what about this? But what about that? Because Mars is the part of you that defends your teachings and defends things based on your sense of right and wrong right now. Mercury is what gets you looking at other ways to look at things. Ways to explore the world that you haven't been taught, that you're not defending as being right. See, you have a self-righteous nature. You think you're right about what you know. But you thought you were right 5 years ago also, and it's not the same thing now, is it? So what you thought was right 5 years ago is different than what you think is right now, because Mercury has gathered more information and has accommodated that. Maybe it's even strengthened what you thought was right then. You think it's even more right now, and in fact you're even doing it. But if that's the case, and you're actually more involved with righteousness, then you're also much more flexible and much more tolerant of others and their sense of righteousness as well. So Mercury is what allows you to expand beyond just defending what you've been told or what you know now. We want to keep learning, and Mercury is that curious nature of life. Now the problem with Mercury is that it can be too flexible and go side to side and just play and try to enjoy and be curious about things but never get anywhere and never make a commitment to things. So the powerful Mercury in you keeps you flexible, keeps you curious, keeps you moving in many directions, allows you to speak and accommodate what other people say, because most of our problems we have are with words. Someone says something and it triggers something and we get all upset. Mercury is, oh, I can deal with that, I can be flexible with that, I understand, okay, and stays light. You ever notice how all the gods are smiling? That little smile is Mercury. It's like, it's okay, let's enjoy things, let's be light and try a lot of different things. But we don't want to just be a jack of all trades, master of none. That's one of the problems with Mercury as well, is that he's too oriented towards just moving side to side and enjoying the moment rather than doing something that's powerful and meaningful.